Hello, this is Mike Peters again. As you can see, I've already uploaded the documentation, uh, and I just want to kind of go over it for the last time, at least on this. There's so much more evidence outside the pharmacy receipts and nurse and social worker and CPS and my son and me, all testimony or through the records and so forth. Um, And as I said, this was a timeline, and I noticed that on my video I wasn't getting my times all correct. Not that it makes any difference. The main thing is that we got there at 6:45, and our scheduled appointment was for 8:15. Well, Dr. Zoanne Dreyer didn't see us until 9:12 because at 9:12 this is the time for the lab results came in. So it actually had to have been after 9:12 here. Okay, and this is Dr. Dreyer's handwriting all up and down here. These lab results are given to parents. Obviously, this was a note given to me to tell me to get some meds, which I'm sure I already had. At any rate, it also tells you how Dalton's doing, his ANC, his blood levels, his palate levels. All these are on these lab results, which at this the time that I had them always positive. Now, with Dr. Dreyer's handwriting being all over this, and this being manufactured or printed out at 9:12 a.m. October 24th, 2012, with we know conclusively that this had to be my appointment time. Okay, this is what they give you during the appointments, but yet, before that appointment, Dr. Dreyer tells her lie. And she says, she tells this lie at 10:24, 8:45 a.m. Up here you can see where it was faxed later on the 11:15/12 at 6:41. That's because this lie was faxed from the hospital to my wife's attorney to use her lie against me after 2 failed attempts to manipulate CPS. Now, this is conclusive evidence that Dr. Dreyer has lied. How can I tell her before she made told her lie at 8:45? How would I have told her before that, when I didn't even see her until 9:12? Because her handwriting doesn't lie. We were there early to go see the Astros special event, and we missed that, of course, and because of Dr. Dreyer and Matal Brombat behind the scenes figuring out how they were going to lie to make sure my wife got full custody and I didn't get any joint custody of my son. Now, I'm the sole provider in my family, and my wife's glad to get a divorce from me and rake in all the money, even though when I was in Iraq, I gave her $3,000 a month to spend, which is a lot for somebody who's used to living in El Salvador. At any rate, she hasn't got a green card yet, and they haven't sold my property just yet, but they're working on it real hard. If anybody wants to help me and my son, I want to say one other thing. This is Dr. Dreyer's, the flyer. This is me passing out these flyers. Do you want this fraud and liar tampering with your child's medical records? Here I am, passing them out. There was no lawsuit against me. They're covering up big time because a doctor lying in a child's medical record is a big no-no. And everybody knows that. With this conclusive evidence showing that Dr. Dreyer lied in the medical record, There should be no more of her being able to hide. I had this paper for a long time. I was looking at it. I knew it had some importance. And I've seen the time on there before because I wrote this graph. But I guess today was the day I said, well, there's no way I could have told her I didn't give my son this meds if she's done it before I even saw her. At any rate, I pray. I'm going to be trying to take this up to the media and to anybody who will listen to me as usual. Because this, without a doubt, is a lie, and it's here in black and white in hard copies. There's no way for Dr. Dreyer to talk herself out of how she could have made a report prior to our appointment, and at that appointment saying that's when I told her I didn't give my son his med for a month, and then faxing from the hospital the morning of his temporary custody hearing to my wife's attorney to make sure I didn't get joint custody. Now I pray for anybody listening out there. I will be glad to bring these papers to your office, your house, to any the media, anybody you know who'd be interested in a doctor lying in a child's medical record who has cancer to steal his father for life. If you're interested in stopping corruption and cover-ups at Baylor College of Medicine, Texas Children's Hospital, you want to reunite a father and son? My son didn't deserve to lose his dad through a lie. Dr. Joanne Dreyer should have left that to the legal system. Let them decide. It wasn't up to Matal Brombat and Dr. Dreyer to go behind the scenes and lying. She called CPS in the first 24 hours I had him. I signed him out to the hospital from school, got his meds at Texas Children's Hospital, and went home. That was a 30-day supply. I couldn't have been out at the time this doctor said so because it's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday med. And at this particular time, just one pill. You can't be out by the 24th. When it was September 17th when I brought him over to get the meds. It's mathematically impossible, along with everything else that's happened here. I'm praying that concerned people about children with cancer will open their eyes and help us. My name is Michael Jeffrey Peters. My son is Dalton Jeffrey Peters. And we pray that you can give us some of your time to fix this wrong and bring me and my son back together. God bless you.